In a courtroom heavy with silence and grief, justice was finally rendered. Bryan Kohberger, the man once described as a quiet criminology graduate student with an eerie fascination for criminal behavior, was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for the brutal murders of 4 University of Idaho students in November 2022. The case, which stunned the nation and rocked the small town of Moscow, Idaho, came to a solemn close on a gray Thursday morning. After months of courtroom proceedings filled with graphic evidence, expert testimony, and emotional statements, the judge delivered a sentence that many believed was the only fitting consequence for the horrifying crime that forever changed a community. The night that shattered peace. On November 13th, 2022, the quiet college town of Moscow awoke to a nightmare. 4 young students, Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogen, Zaina Kernadal, and Ethan Chapin, were found brutally stabbed in an off-campus house. The victims, vibrant and full of promise, were attacked as they slept. The brutality of the crime shocked even seasoned investigators. For weeks, the case remained unsolved, sparking fear and speculation nationwide. But a break came when investigators linked Kohberger to the crime scene through DNA evidence found on a knife sheath left near one of the victims. A white Hyundai Elantra seen near the scene, combined with cell phone pings and surveillance footage, helped build a chilling case against the suspect. Kohberger was arrested at his parents' home in Pennsylvania in December 2022 and extradited to Idaho shortly thereafter. The trial and the sentence. Over the course of the trial, prosecutors painted Kohberger as a calculating killer who used his knowledge of criminal psychology to plan and execute the murders. They argued that he had stalked the victims for weeks, studying their routines before carrying out the attack. The defense attempted to raise doubts about the integrity of the forensic evidence, but the jury remained unconvinced. After deliberating for less than 2 days, they returned a unanimous verdict: guilty on all 4 counts of first-degree murder. At sentencing, the victims' families delivered heart-wrenching impact statements. Kaylee's father, Stephen Gonsalves, looked directly at Kohberger and said, "You thought you could take their light from this world, but all you did was shine a brighter light on the love they brought into it." Judge Megan Marshall, who presided over the trial, called the crime one of the most senseless acts of violence this court has ever seen, before sentencing Kohberger to 4 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole. The aftermath. For the families of the victims, the sentence brought a measure of closure, though the pain of their loss remains profound. "Justice has been served, but our hearts will never be whole again," said Stacy Chapin, Ethan's mother, outside the courthouse. The case has sparked discussions nationwide about campus safety, mental health, and the potential dangers posed by individuals who study criminal behavior with dark intentions. Bryan Kohberger will spend the rest of his life behind bars at the Idaho State Correctional Center, a stark contrast to the academic halls he once walked. There will be no chance of parole, no appeals that could overturn his fate, only the long, unchanging reality of justice served. And for the town of Moscow, the University of Idaho, and the families forever changed by this tragedy, the sentence is a grim but necessary step toward healing.